91 degrees out here already. Dad cut down the next field. Getting ready to go cut another field, and further up the road, we're going to switch a 1066 over to the diskbine, and because the oil leak in the 14 is just too bad. I'm going to switch those two and get to doing some. But I'll get back here and see what he's doing. That little thing here, we're going to pull this valve here off and put it on the 10 so that we can run the diskbine, because it only has one hydraulic now that we don't need it on here no more. Well, Dad got the trailer unloaded the other day. We went and took that valve off. We'll go over here and put it on the 1066. We have never hooked the 1066 up to this diskbine because it only has single hydraulic. It pretty much has only been hooked to the 1456 Bulldozer and the other 1456, because the other 1456 only has single hydraulic as well. 1206 does have dual hydraulic, but it's always on the baler, or the bush hog, or so you used to rake with it. But so I bought the the hydraulic multiplier, but Dad said he didn't want to put that on the 1066 because it wouldn't be dual hydraulic the way he wants it to be. So we will put that on for bush hog or something else. Maybe we'll get that other tractor fixed to put it on there and put the bush hog on that. Something like that. We'll try it out. We're going to try it out. I know I made the video like a long time ago, and there's like a million people want to watch that video, and there's people that wanted to know about it, but you know, we procrastinate a lot around here, so you know, things don't always happen the way they should. But anyways, we're gonna do something. Unhook the little baler. Waiting on the next tractor to come work, pull it around. Anyone want a free tractor that takes up space, that actually probably runs, but needs all new tires? How about this one over here? This one over here is well maintained. It needs to go away from here if somebody wanted it. If there's any scrap yards out there that want it, my email's in the about section. Doing it the hard way. Hook, even on a cool day. This is his solution to the pins falling out and coming unhooked, which tore up everything the last time. Unfortunately, we drilled a hole in the fender. This tractor's made it all of these years without a hole in the fender, but it's got a hole in the fender now.
Looks like a new end, but it's leaking.
It's a contraption, but it will work. We had to use it a couple years ago like this. Neighbor's corn is looking pretty good, but I can tell you already, it wants rain. Or it will be here shortly. We got a little rain this week, but we need some more. Tomatoes. Well, we had us an oil leak back here. We still have an oil leak, but it's not as bad as it was. We flipped these two ends right here, the two adapter ends from International to Pioneer, because the oil was just pouring through it. So we flipped them. It's just dripping now. We'll have to get us a new end. Replace those ends. Those two ends been on this tractor a long time. We heading up the road. I know where we're going today, so I'm flagging for that. We ran into a snag. We gotta get this fella to move his truck. I think he's got it cleared. Now that old boy's got his trailer probably hung up in the ditch. This is the little 9-acre, 10-acre piece with all the houses in it. First time that tractor's ever been hooked to that machine. So, we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it ain't dumping hydraulic oil out it, so that's a plus. Even though it looked like it was going to. He'll cut this, it'll take him about 2 or so hours, 2.5 hours cut this. Something like that, 2 hours. says he wants to tether. So we're going to go back down the road and get him hooked up and up the road, set up in the field, and turn him loose. So, on to the next tractor. We're getting the hay tether hooked up here. We're going to take it up the road. If anybody else has one of these, they know how much of a pain this is to fold up and not cut one of these tires down with the teeth. We wish we'd have got one that folded up instead of this. Now, Chris says the John Deere is too slow. He would rather hook his farm all into it. I told him, well, you know, we can do it. Go change the oil and check out the rear end and all that good stuff, and you know, fix your hitch so that you can pull implements and go for it. You know, we ain't opposed to tethering hay with an old farm all in. If he wants to get out there and do it, that's more the merrier. Doing about 18 miles an hour. That's about John Deere's normal speed. Well, this field turned out pretty good. It's not quite as tall as, you know, sometimes it does. You know, this field right here 2 years ago only had about 6 inches of grass in it. We were so dry. This grass right here was nowhere near, you know, it was nowhere near that tall. Literally wouldn't cut more than 6 inches of grass out here. It was so bad. Dad reseeded everything and fertilized everything. And we fertilized again this year. And hay looks good. Could it be thicker? Yeah. Has it been thicker in past years? Yeah. But we're just not getting the rain like we used to. We used to get quite a bit more rain than we're getting right now. I run over something. Appeared to be groundhog hole or something there.
There's a whole bunch of freaking rocks.
And a whole pile of rocks somebody dumped up here. I don't know how all that got here. Okay. I think I know how it got here. Somebody about a year ago got stuck up here. And they dug all these rocks up out of the ground. And as you can see, that one's been cracked, so the diskbine hit that one. Just about 2 hours exactly. Going back up the road to get Dad. Bring the machine back down the road. He's getting along with it. He's about half done. Maybe. He's getting there. Might be 3/3. It might be 2/3. Something like that. He's getting along with it. Well, he got her all cut down up here. He looked like he's a little tired. Get this thing and go back down the road. About to kick myself because I forgot the socket box again to tighten that front wheel up. made good all the way up the road, except for the landscaping truck. And we made good all the way down the road. Got 100 foot from the farm driveway. And this moron whips it out, goes down through the grass, hits the dirt, hits the shoulder of the road, and blows past Dad, with Dad literally having 100 feet left. Dad was starting to turn into the guy at that point. You can't fix stupid. The guy clearly saw me pull into the driveway ahead of Dad. You just can't fix stupid. So, there's always that one. Well, while I'm waiting on Chris to get done, to go pick him up, I'm going to make an attempt at taking this hood off to get the radiator out on the Bulldozer. A while back ago, dump truck got stuck up in the woods on Dad's road project, and he went up there and pulled the dump truck out, and then he went to bulldoze some sticks, logs, branches, whatever it was, out of the way. Well, he run one of them right straight through the oil cooler. Right straight into the radiator. Put a nice hole in the screen on the front. And that's why this tractor's been sitting here. Otherwise, we could have put this on the diskbine. And I didn't know how to take this radiator out. Literally the second or third we've ever had to change on these big tractors. And so I was talking to Dad, and he was telling me, well, the other boy took the hood off and had it changed before he even knew it. So I'm going to follow his lead. I guess you take the hood off and pull the radiator up out somehow or another. So that's what we're going to work on. We might not get very far today, but that's what we're going to work on this evening. We didn't get very far, but we're doing something. We got to go get him now.